How important is it that we have dementia-friendly communities? I mean, even in this area around Hemsworth Court and the nearby West Belfast Shankill Road community, you've really helped make that dementia-friendly.
It's very frightening for someone to go in and maybe buy something and they can't count their money out. I was that way too, but we trained a lot of the shops dementia friendly, and we also spoke to them. We took tenants out and went for lunch, and the library now as well is used very frequently. So all them places that surrounded Hemsworth Court became a hub.
Liz, what would you say has been the hardest part of your dementia journey?
First of all, getting the results, and it took 3 years really to complete the posterior cortical atrophy and Alzheimer's, and doctors were coming and going and adding wee bits to it, and they're not sure, and they're telling you that you've got something. It's the family suffers the most, because they're the ones sitting in the background listening and waiting to hear what is actually right.
I suppose you were so young that doctors couldn't believe that you could possibly have this.
The doctor that I actually moved to, he has said it's hard to detect in me because I had a high intellectual, and I guess that was my joke to everybody. I'm so intelligent.
You've turned your diagnosis into something that you can use to help people.
Absolutely. I have enjoyed it doing it over the last 10 years. From the beginning, when I was told that I could no longer work, I was devastated. And then trying to build up myself again and have the family come to terms with it, I thought, what am I going to do here? I can't, I'm not a person that sits in the house. So I did a lot of research, and researched dementia as a whole, every part and every form of dementia. So I did have a good knowledge, was able to talk to doctors at their level.
And you became a voice for so many people who didn't have a voice.
The way I was treated, I thought, I never want anyone else to be treated that way. I hoped that each person that got a diagnosis or heard information about forms of dementia would come forward and not be afraid to have a diagnosis.
You've lived a very full life following your initial shock at the diagnosis, but would you say there is life after diagnosis?
Absolutely. If I look back 10 years ago, I was watching myself deteriorate, and now I know that was so silly, absolutely, because live for today, and I have lived my 10 years, while working and trying to inform everybody about dementia. I've lived it with my children, grandchild and my husband, and we've had lots of laughter in the house.
Well, this is the beautiful trophy that we're here to present to you today. So Liz, on behalf of the Alzheimer's Society and on behalf of everyone with dementia, this is your Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's such a beautiful thing to be given a lifetime achievement. You know, thinking back to 10 years ago, if I knew then what I knew now, I probably would have done things different. But I certainly would still have fight in me to fight for people with dementia.
And you do that every day.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything, Liz.
Thank you
Thank you.
for this award.